A recent UFO sighting at Manchester Airport that has gone viral online has ignited a storm of speculation and intrigue, particularly due to the unusual circumstances surrounding its documentation. A pilot, using the pseudonym Biggalow, reported witnessing and recording a silver orb-shaped UFO near the airport. The object, described as hovering just inches off the ground before shooting skyward at extreme speeds, has sparked widespread debate about its origins and the lengths to which officials might go to keep such sightings under wraps. The pilot's detailed account, coupled with the mysterious suspension of his social media accounts after sharing the footage, has led many to suspect a deliberate cover-up. The sighting reportedly occurred at Manchester Airport while the pilot was seated in his cockpit, preparing for departure. Biggalow described seeing a silver metallic orb hovering a few feet above the ground in an area adjacent to the tarmac. The object was about the size of a small car and appeared to move silently, defying conventional expectations for aircraft or drones. According to Biggalow, the orb remained stationary for several moments, as if observing its surroundings. When airport security personnel approached, the object abruptly accelerated vertically at an unimaginable speed, vanishing from sight within seconds. Such rapid ascension, devoid of any visible propulsion system or accompanying sound, is a hallmark of many documented UFO sightings, further fueling speculation about its nature. Biggalow's description of the event aligns with numerous other reports of orb-shaped UFOs worldwide, often characterized by their reflective surfaces, seamless designs, and advanced maneuverability. The pilot, aware of the skepticism often directed at such claims, decided to share the video footage online to substantiate his account. The plot thickened when, just hours after posting the sighting on Twitter, Biggalow's account was suspended without explanation. Undeterred, he turned to Reddit to share his experience and engage with the UFO community, only to have his Reddit account similarly taken down shortly after his posts gained traction. These actions have fueled widespread speculation of a deliberate attempt to suppress information about the sighting. Many within the UFO community and beyond have suggested that officials might be pressuring social media platforms to remove content related to the incident, either to protect sensitive information about classified technology or to prevent public panic. The lack of official acknowledgement or explanation has only deepened suspicions. Critics argue that such incidents highlight a troubling pattern of secrecy surrounding UFO sightings, particularly those involving credible witnesses like pilots. The abrupt disappearance of Biggalow's online presence has left many questioning whether his testimony threatened to expose information authorities prefer to keep hidden. The nature of the silver orb sighted at Manchester Airport remains a topic of intense debate, with several theories emerging about its origins. One plausible explanation is that the orb represents advanced human-made technology, possibly linked to experimental military or private aerospace projects. Its silent hovering and rapid acceleration could point to breakthroughs in propulsion or materials science currently unknown to the public. Manchester Airport's proximity to military and research facilities lends some credence to this theory, though no official connection has been established. However, as many have noted, why would they be hovering this equipment over a nearby airport if it was manufactured at a nearby base? According to one user's comment, these kinds of initiatives cost hundreds of millions of dollars, sometimes even billions, and the people who are working on them are instructed to keep them confidential. Why then would they set that piece of technology down in an airport so that everyone could view it? Nobody would do that, and it doesn't make any sense. Another popular theory is that the orb was an advanced piece of technology not owned by humans, a hypothesis supported by its behavior and design. The seamless, metallic appearance and extreme maneuverability are consistent with numerous UFO reports worldwide, often interpreted as evidence of alien technology. If the object was indeed an extraterrestrial craft, its presence at a busy international airport raises intriguing questions about its purpose and intentions. The swift suspension of Biggalow's social media accounts has reignited discussions about how UFO sightings are handled by authorities and platforms. The incident echoes similar cases where credible witnesses have faced silencing or dismissal after attempting to share their experiences. Proponents of the cover-up theory argue that governments and military organizations may have a vested interest in controlling the narrative around UFO sightings, particularly if they involve advanced technology or extraterrestrial phenomena. Keeping such events out of the public eye could prevent mass speculation, protect sensitive research, or maintain geopolitical stability. Others, however, caution against jumping to conclusions. The account suspensions might simply reflect social media platforms' policies against unverified or controversial claims, though the timing and lack of transparency continue to fuel suspicions. The Manchester Airport sighting has captured the public's imagination, not only because of the mysterious object itself, but also due to the circumstances surrounding its aftermath. Incidents like these highlight the growing demand for transparency in the study and reporting of UFO phenomena. With the US government and other nations recently acknowledging the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena and increasing efforts to investigate them, the Manchester sighting underscores the importance of rigorous and open inquiry. Adding another layer of intrigue to the ongoing mystery of silver orb UFOs over the United Kingdom, some military officials and defense analysts have suggested a correlation between increased UFO sightings and the movement of nuclear weapons within the region. This theory, while speculative, aligns with reports from around the world that unidentified aerial phenomena tend to appear near sensitive military sites, particularly those associated with nuclear technology. The suggestion that UFO sightings above the UK might be tied to the transportation or storage of nuclear weapons is not without precedent. Historical accounts, declassified documents, and eyewitness testimonies have repeatedly linked unexplained aerial phenomena to military installations, leading some to believe that these objects may be monitoring human activity related to weapons of mass destruction. The connection between UFOs and nuclear facilities is a recurring theme in UFO research. In the United States, for instance, former military personnel have reported UFO sightings near nuclear missile silos, some of which were allegedly accompanied by temporary disruptions in missile functionality. Similarly, in Russia, reports have surfaced of unidentified craft hovering near nuclear sites, sometimes engaging in maneuvers that suggest deliberate surveillance. In the UK, several notable incidents have occurred near military bases known to house or transport nuclear weapons. For example, the Rendlesham Forest incident of 1980, often referred to as Britain's best UFO incident, involved a UFO sighting near RAF Bentwaters, a base that was rumoured to store nuclear arms during the Cold War. Witnesses, including US Air Force personnel, described a glowing metallic object performing impossible manoeuvres over the forest. This event remains one of the most compelling UFO cases in UK history, and its proximity to a nuclear site has fueled speculation about the motivations behind such sightings. Recent reports suggest that sightings of silver orb UFOs have increased above the UK, coinciding with the transportation of nuclear weapons to undisclosed locations. These movements are part of routine military operations designed to ensure the safety and readiness of the UK's nuclear deterrent. However, the correlation between these activities and the spike in UFO sightings has raised eyebrows among military officials and researchers. Eyewitness accounts from civilians and military personnel describe these UFOs as behaving in ways that suggest deliberate observation or intelligence gathering. Some objects have been reported hovering near convoys transporting nuclear materials, while others have been seen performing intricate flight patterns over military bases. The silver orb sighted at Manchester Airport, though not directly linked to a nuclear facility, fits the pattern of unexplained aerial activity near sensitive locations. The theory that UFOs might be monitoring nuclear weapons is based on the idea that these objects, whether extraterrestrial or originating from advanced human technology, are interested in humanity's capacity for destruction. Proponents of this theory argue that nuclear weapons represent a significant milestone in technological and military capability, one that might attract the attention of external observers. From an extraterrestrial perspective, nuclear activity could signal a level of technological development that warrants closer scrutiny. Some theorists suggest that UFOs may act as sentinels, keeping watch over humanity's use of such destructive power to ensure it does not spiral out of control. Others speculate that UFOs might be concerned about the environmental or impact of nuclear detonations, which could extend beyond Earth and affect other realms of existence. If these objects are human-made, their presence near nuclear sites could represent reconnaissance by foreign powers or secretive monitoring by domestic agencies. The advanced capabilities displayed by these UFOs, such as their ability to hover silently, accelerate at incredible speeds, and evade detection, imply technologies far beyond conventional drones or aircraft. The UK government has been historically tight-lipped about UFO sightings, often dismissing them as misidentified aircraft, weather phenomena, or other explainable occurrences. However, in recent years, global recognition of UFOs has prompted a more open approach. Military officials in the UK have acknowledged an increase in UFO reports, particularly near sensitive sites. While they stop short of confirming any connection to nuclear activity, their statements suggest heightened awareness of the phenomenon. Some retired military personnel have even gone on record, expressing concerns that these sightings are not taken seriously enough given their potential implications for national security. Critics argue that the lack of public disclosure fosters distrust and fuels theories. They contend that if UFOs are indeed drawn to nuclear sites, governments have an obligation to investigate thoroughly and share their findings with the public. The recent suspension of Biggalow's social media accounts following his silver orb sighting has only added to suspicions that authorities might be withholding information about these phenomena. The sighting of the silver orb UFO at Manchester Airport adds to a long and storied history of similar sightings above the United Kingdom, some dating back centuries. These mysterious objects, often described as metallic or luminous spheres, have been reported across the UK in various contexts, long before the invention of airplanes or modern flight technology. The recurrence of such sightings over time suggests that the phenomenon is not a recent development, but rather a persistent enigma woven into the fabric of British history. Reports of strange aerial phenomena in the UK can be traced back to medieval and early modern times. Chroniclers and witnesses described objects in the sky that closely resemble modern accounts of silver orb UFOs. Often recorded as flying globes or spheres of light, these objects were typically observed during clear days or nights and were often associated with unexplained movements or luminous displays. One of the earliest recorded sightings occurred in the 13th century, when chroniclers in England documented an unusual globe of light that hovered over a battlefield. The glowing orb was said to move against the wind and linger in the sky before vanishing abruptly. Witnesses interpreted it as a divine sign or a warning, reflecting the spiritual and superstitious beliefs of the time. During the 17th century, similar sightings became more frequent. In 1666, witnesses in the skies above Bristol reported a shining orb that appeared to defy gravity, moving rapidly before stopping mid-air. This event, recorded in diaries and letters of the time, baffled observers and was often dismissed as celestial phenomena, though it did not match known descriptions of meteors or comets. With the advent of the Victorian era and the rise of industrialization, reports of unidentified aerial phenomena took on new significance. In 1854, residents of London claimed to see a metallic spherical object hovering above the city. Unlike weather balloons or other known objects of the time, this sphere moved erratically and emitted a reflective sheen that captured the attention of numerous onlookers. Newspapers of the era speculated wildly about the object's origins, ranging from experimental technologies to extraterrestrial visitors. The lack of scientific understanding at the time, coupled with growing public fascination with the mysteries of the cosmos, gave such sightings an almost mythological status. These Victorian accounts of silver orbs closely mirror descriptions provided by modern witnesses, suggesting a remarkable consistency in the phenomenon. In the early 20th century, before airplanes became a common sight in the skies, sightings of silver orbs in the UK continued. One notable incident occurred in 1909, when villagers in Wiltshire observed a glowing metallic object hovering above a field. Witnesses described the orb as perfectly round and shining like polished silver. It reportedly moved without sound, eventually disappearing into the clouds. Another significant sighting took place in 1913 near Edinburgh, Scotland. A group of fishermen reported a reflective orb hovering above the water. The object, they claimed, moved with precision, almost as if under intelligent control, before accelerating upward at a speed they found astonishing. The descriptions from this era closely resemble modern accounts of orb UFOs, further deepening the mystery. The persistent reports of silver orb UFOs over the centuries have inspired various interpretations. Some researchers propose that the orbs represent early observations of advanced technology, potentially developed by unknown civilizations or even extraterrestrial visitors. The idea that these orbs have been present for centuries raises questions about their purpose. Are they surveillance devices, scientific probes, or something entirely beyond human comprehension? Others suggest a more esoteric explanation, viewing the orbs as manifestations of energy or advanced phenomena. Such theories, while speculative, attempt to bridge the gap between physical sightings and the mystical or symbolic interpretations common in historical accounts. The Manchester Airport sighting in 2024 fits neatly into the pattern established by historical accounts. The object's reflective metallic appearance and extraordinary maneuverability are hallmarks of silver orb UFOs reported for centuries. Its presence at a bustling modern airport highlights the timelessness of the phenomenon and its ability to adapt to contemporary contexts. Moreover, the fact that these orbs were observed long before modern flight technology underscores their mystery. If the orbs were merely experimental aircraft or drones, how could they be explained in centuries when such technology was inconceivable? The historical continuity of silver orb sightings adds weight to suspicions of a cover-up. If these objects have been observed for hundreds of years and still defy explanation, it raises questions about whether governments and institutions have deeper knowledge of their nature. For many, the Manchester Airport sighting is a reminder that UFOs are no longer relegated to the realm of science fiction or fringe speculation. With the rise of credible reports and official acknowledgement of UAPs, the time has come for a more serious and open discussion about what these objects might be and why they seem so interested in humanity's nuclear capabilities.